too. So in Spanish, it's called you're like my tocayo. That's like we just have the same name basically. Esteban, exactly. Steven Guareno, Cal Art of Sports with the great Steven Jackson. Man, we got a hot one. We got a real hot one this weekend. Who, just on paper, just on your opinion, do you feel hits harder in this fight with Tank versus Rolly?
Just from paper and experience, Tank. Tank has the hardest punch. For me, watching boxing and knowing boxing, Rolly has power too, and he's not afraid. A lot of times in boxing, you might have a guy with a lot of talent, but the guy that has power and not afraid sometimes comes out with the win. And we've seen that happen a lot in the history of boxing. But I think Tank is sharp. He's in the process of standing on his own and going away from Mayweather Promotions. So I think for him to come out of this fight, he has to come out with a win, and it has to be in some serious high fashion. Because if you want to stand on his own, this is a big way to go into it. But Rolly's not taking it lightly. Rolly's talking in our press conference and interviews like he knows something that we don't know. And it's going to be a good fight. But I can't really say, I think Tank going to put it off, but I can't really say he's going to win it because I love the confidence of Rolly.
I was just about to talk about the confidence of Rolly. I mean, he's talking about one-round knockout. I feel like that's just kind of for us in the media, but I mean, he doesn't lack for confidence. He really feels he's going to win. He really feels he's going to knock Tank out.
You know, from me being around Marquez and the boxers and being about the boxing game for a while now, a lot of these boxers said you shouldn't even be here if you're not confident in yourself. And I respect Rolly for being confident and thinking that he's going to go in there and knock Tank out. Now, it don't always go the way you planned it. You know, like Tyson said, everybody has a game plan so they get hit in the mouth. But this kid is confident. He's put in the work. 14 fights already, get a championship fight. So we're gonna see what happens.
In your opinion, who is the best lightweight in the world right now? Tough question, huh? There's a lot of good guys up there. Shakur's 130, so he's technically a little. So we got like Kambosos, Devin Haney next week, Ryan Garcia, obviously these guys.
I'm going with Tank.
Tank, huh?
I'm going with Tank right now. I like Devin Haney. Man, I love Devin Haney. I like Kambosos too. That's going to be a good fight. If I had to pick one, I'm going with the knockout punch. I'm going with Tank.
Okay. With that fight next week, Kambosos and Haney.
And that's another guy I like. I like Rayo.
Oh, yeah.
Rayo's coming.
Rayo's good.
Oh, man. I saw him fight in Dallas, and I got a chance to have a conversation with him. But more than this boxer, I love him as a person. He's a good kid, man. I became a big fan of Rayo, too.
Yeah, very dedicated kid. Yeah. Very, very honing in on his craft as much as he can. Next week, Kambosos Haney, you mentioned it.
Australia.
You feel Bill not being with Devin is going to be a big factor in that fight for him?
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, you have a normal routine that you normally have with the fights, a normal voice you normally hear. That voice not going to be there. It might affect him, but he knows he's going into hostile territory. Australia, you can't leave it to the judges. You got to go out there and dominate. And I think he's game. He knows what he's up for. We're not having his dad going into hostile waters. And Haney's a hungry kid, man. I think he's going to go out there and do the job, but it's not going to be easy against Kambosos.
Big news, well, hopefully big news, right? Hopefully it happens. Terrence Crawford versus Spence. Which aspect of the other guy's game does the other one have to pay most attention to, do you think?
Well, I'm a fan of both, but Errol's like a real little brother. I think Errol would hit Bud with punches, would hit Bud with power that he's never been hit before, and Bud would hit Errol with punches that he's never been hit with before. And I think that's going to be the dynamic, who can take the most punches. We know Errol like to throw 5-punch combos and stay in the pocket. One thing about Bud is precise. His boxing skills are immaculate, so he's going to be able to touch Errol with punches that he's never been touched with before. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully we'll see it at the end of the year, but that will be the fight of the year. I think we've had some good fights. The Charlo fight was a great fight. I was at that one. The Errol Spencer-Ugas fight was a great fight. This is going to be another great fight. So hopefully we can end the year off with a Hagler-Hearns, a Hagler-Sugar Ray type of fight with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford.
I think Hagler-Hearns is what it is, because the battle of wills is what it's going to be in that fight, I think. Lastly, man, Canelo recently took a loss to Bivol, daring to be great, going to 75. Looks like Triple G for the third fight. Are you not interested in that one?
Canelo's still pound for pound for me. I mean, to go up in that weight class and take the whooping he took, I don't really put that on his record. I mean, he was just challenging himself. He's still pound for pound one of the best. I want to see him fight Benavidez. I want to see him fight Charlo. I don't want to see him fight Triple G again. We've seen what that is. We've seen what that looks like. I don't know what's going to be different this time, right? I want to see him fight Benavidez, Charlo, guys that's calling him out. You know, these young guys that's calling him out. And I'm a fan, but I'm not going to be a fan if he's not fighting these young fighters. You got to fight some of these young fighters now, Canelo.
Steven, you're a great boxing mind, man. I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people are getting to know it now, seeing you around all the stuff. Tell the fans where they can follow you, all the Smoke podcast as well.
Yeah, we have a podcast with my brother Matt Barnes. Shout out Matt Barnes on Showtime, all the Smoke YouTube, Showtime Basketball, Smoke YouTube. And also you can find me at _stack5_ on Instagram.
There it is. Appreciate you, sir.